Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another episode of This Is Recorded live from Jamaica. Definitely. Celebration? Celebration? Whoa.
You see another picture? They're taking a video? When is it like layers of alcohol in all?
Take a picture.
It's a video. Asshole.
Blocker boy.
I was just about to say that.
Having a good time.
Don't make fun of me. It's not funny. He's trying to kill me.
Epic fail. When giving instruction, guys, pay attention because some people.
And also know your right from your left.
Some people are scared and don't know what they're doing.
Get in this fucking building.
All right, let's get started here. Let me sit up proper. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another edition of This Is Recorded. Sorry, I don't normally have guests, so I'm a little nervous today. We're gonna get straight to the point. I want to sit in a certain way. I'm pretty confident in the mics now, but I still feel like
You're not gonna.
I gotta sit like I farted the whole
I
time.
was about to say, you're not gonna sit there like you farted the whole time.
Yeah, but let's get straight into it because I only have 30 minutes before this cuts off, and
Okay.
we press for time because we're doing other things. Proper intro. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. That voice you hear is my lovely wife. I'm turning a new leaf. I'm trying not to, be mean. Women empowerment, all that good stuff. So I'm not gonna be mean and say I don't know how she keeps coming on here. She's supposed to be here. My companion, my ride or die, my day one, my headache, my heartache.
I hate when people do that.
So yeah,
What heartache? Do people really say that?
my headache. I meant to say.
You said both though.
Okay, mind your business. See, this is why. See, I try to do something different.
Asking.
But anyway, New Year, you gotta come in. You gotta start popping your shit. You gotta be real honest. I want to tell everybody point blank period, and I think you'll agree with me. The best thing you could own in this whole entire world, in this life, is a passport. The best thing you could spend your money on. They could take your car away. They could take this home. They could take this camera that I'm making payments on. They could take a lot of stuff away from you. But with the passport and the memories and the things you see and the cultures and the things you learn for yourself and the wonders of the world that you can see on your own, they can't take that away from you, with your passport. And you have something to look at. You have something to look forward to when it comes to trips. And everybody can't do it, but even, I say all the time, if it's a small trip, maybe an hour away from where you're from or anything, it's nothing like it. Just taking a trip, having something to look forward to. But I'm telling you, if you spend money on sneakers and clothes and eating out and all of that, you could save that money for 6 months, even a year, whether you're doing a cruise or all-inclusive. You could save that bread up, $50, $100 a month, do it for a year, and, man, have a great time. As you can see in the beginning, we went to Jamaica for YouTube, man. Get on the YouTube. Comment, like, subscribe. Shout out to Lonnie. That's going to be my social media person, but do you agree with that? A passport is the greatest thing you can own. Pay for
I definitely do.
Yeah, I mean, but why? in your opinion? Because everybody hears my opinion.
I mean, I just feel like traveling the world and seeing different cultures. I feel like I'm saying the same thing you said. But yeah, like to piggyback off of what Red
Oh my
said.
God.
I just think like there's nothing like there are no greater like memories. I feel like I mean maybe some people don't like to travel. I think that more so people who say they don't like to travel have never traveled before.
Either it's a
So they
fear
don't know.
either it's a fear of traveling or
Yeah,
they
because
never
I never
done
met
it.
nobody who went on vacation was like, I hated it. I mean, like, I think they end up having a good time. I mean, it's like, you know, that's one of those things. It's like you make the best memories. You know, you're like living your life, seeing stuff that you thought you could never see.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
We're not gonna remember
yeah.
Wednesday, the 29th of January 2 years ago. But if you were in a certain place, you're not going to remember the Jordans or you're not going to remember the clothes or
Yeah.
the this or the that or the jewelry. You're going to remember, hey, remember like, what August was that? Oh, that was 2017. We did this. Like, or, you know, we was in this country and we tripped or somebody fell or somebody did
Yeah.
something. It's nothing better than having those memories.
Yeah, and just seeing different like cultures and
For yourself.
yeah, and not because a lot of the stuff that we've seen, all the stuff that I thought about the culture was not true. I mean, a few places it's been true,
Right.
like you know, but like people like in Dubai, like everybody, you know, they're real strict, and you'll go to jail if you have on certain stuff. It's like it's not like that at all.
It's only when you go to the Holy Land. Obviously, if you go to a church, they're going to want you to be.
Right, and I mean,
like,
you should be respectful if you're like in there, like sanctuary type. Like, don't be. Who would want to be naked in there anyway? You know what I'm saying?
somebody trying to go viral. and do
Yeah, but
something.
I mean, I think they have you like put on. I've never seen anybody in there
Yeah.
without all the stuff on. So that's like the difference. I know they would say like people in Europe are rude, and I mean that wasn't our experience.
Yeah, I mean,
Nah,
we
you
stayed in
know.
like the Chinatown place, like in Paris,
Yeah.
and everybody was pretty cool. Everybody was kind of looking at us. Little quick backstory: it was the night that Trump won the presidency, and everybody knew we was Americans. Well, not everybody, because everywhere we go, they talk to you in the native language, and like before they talk to you in like English, you know. And I kept saying Notre Dame, and he was like, "Stop saying that shit, because it's Notre Dame." But yeah, like we went, and they just kept asking us, like, "You're president." Like, how did that happen? Because
They were disgusted.
They watch-
They were as disgusted as we were.
yeah, we like. I mean, we don't know. Like, we don't do it. But I just want to get that out straight off the top before we get into our trip about Jamaica, and it's just motivation. I like really find it hard for me to like toe the line of like encouraging people, but then coming off as phony, because I feel like DJ Khaled started out like that. It was like felt encouraging, but then after a while, they kind of felt like you showing off. And I never want to come off like this is my life and this is my lifestyle and the things
I mean, anybody
do.
who knows you know that you're not like that. So
Yeah.
if they feel that way, then that's a problem
Ye-
that they have. So I don't think that anybody would feel like that.
My wife, ladies and gentlemen, my protector.
Just saying, like,
Watch
that's
your
not-
mouth if you watching this
I don't
thinking
think
that.
anybody would feel like that though.
Yeah, but it's just, let's get into it. What y'all want to know, man? The trip to Jamaica. First of all, Southwest is bullshit unless you put on the victim voice and get your vouchers. Ding, ding, ding. But anyway, coming straight in, we had 2 connecting flights. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to spend your money, please just buy one flight.
Yeah, don't lay over nowhere. Even if it's 4 hours, just don't even do it. Because I hate getting on a flight, landing, getting off, having to wait for another flight. Like, it's just too much.
I mean, because you don't love, I feel like in the beginning you didn't love flying.
I don't
but
mind
then it was
flying.
like-
I think it's that I don't like small planes.
Right.
Because, like, you can feel everything. Like, I don't like being up there and you're asleep. And I'm just like, okay, sitting there, like, the shit starts shaking crazy. And then I'm like, okay, this shit about to go down. And your ass is fucking sound asleep.
But I'm
So-
up though, but I just try to play it off to not make you
Okay,
scared.
well, I'm.
Because last night we was
scared.
rocking the boat.
I was so scared. Like, I don't think it's ever been that bad.
Okay, can we
And it
fast
only
forward?
lasted,
Let's
like,
fast forward and
3
then
minutes.
rewind. we fast forward to us leaving Jamaica is that we got on the flight. It was delayed, of course. Shout out to Southwest by an hour and a half. So one flight was delayed. Then we had to rush to customs. Thought we was gonna go outside and get on the ground transportation, but then went back in because nobody was telling us where to go, and
no
the signs were not
yeah.
clear at all in Fort Lauderdale. So we end up going up. You have to check your bags again, ladies and gentlemen. When you're flying, the number one thing we hate is when you have to go through TSA. Because 9 times out of 10, they are rude and they know they are a federal working person. And if you put your hands on them, your ass is going to jail, for real.
And then all of the TSAs are different. Like sometimes they like
take your shoes,
take your shoes off, leave your shoes on.
Take your
laptop out the bag, leave it in the bag. It's confusing. So and then nobody was there. So then she comes up from wherever from fucking dancing somewhere. Did you say she was dancing?
Oh, that was in Jamaica. I was talking about getting up to Fort Lauderdale and to get on the next plane, but you have to put your stuff through all over again. And it's like, I have to get on a plane because they were already late, and I got to put my stuff in all over again. But that went the fastest ever because they have a new system.
Yeah, because they wasn't y'all were not checking.
No, they had a new system that checks
because
everything.
They weren't fucking checking. That's why.
So basically, and
the dude in front of me was like, I don't know how
good
they're
going to be checking
this because they're moving kind of fast. They was moving us through there like they were selling crap.
If y'all watch $1 Million Worth of Game or y'all follow Gilly Kid, he talked about somebody violating him. Yes, I did have my penis touched yesterday. I forgot to tell you that. Like he did like a high thigh feel because people could hide, some weed or something like right all the way up. He grazed my penis as he was going up. And I was like, oh wow. Like that was quick because we had to make another flight. So I didn't
You wanted to be slow?
I didn't have time to be, take it in,
That would be weird for me to accidentally touch somebody's penis.
And he was just sitting there talking to somebody else, like, hold on real quick. I thought he was going to let me go.
No, I feel like the kid, they turned him around and, went down his ass.
Yeah, he didn't do all of that, but when he went up on my inner thigh, it was like, woof. And I was like, oh, wow. Like,
they didn't know what to do.
And
they was just, they didn't even tell me to go through the, thing for 3 minutes. I was just standing there. And then she kind of waved me but was still talking, so I didn't know if she was talking to me.
Bottom line to this whole story is that, because I know y'all don't care, don't get layover flights like that because
I know y'all don't care.
Layover flights, they want to know about Jamaica, man, because I'm going to put the YouTube clips ahead. So basically, you had to do the layover flights. Both of them were late coming. Both of them were late going back. So we did that. We just got home. But we just got off the phone with Southwest as well. Hello. But so we got there, and I was like, okay, if we get there on time, we'll be there in enough time to see the sunset and see what the resort looks like. We stayed at an all-inclusive resort. If you don't know what that means, it means that everything is free. You tell them you want 3 drinks, you want 3 different meals. They probably going to look at you a little bit weird, but technically you pay for it, so they're going to kind of do whatever you want. So it's a great thing, all-inclusive. Most people pay on it for a year, pay a little bit. Transparency, ours was $1,300 for 2 people. Jamaica, Montego Bay, Hilton Rose, cut us a check. So we get there. So we get on the bus. It's very hot in Jamaica. They have air on the bus, but the air don't work. It just blows, but it don't work. So we got on there and we was like, okay. Also, when you stay at most resorts, they give you an option. Do you want to ride with people or do you want to ride on your own for quite a bit more, probably $60, $70 more?
Ride on your own.
If you have it, ride on your own. Because
we didn't ride on our own.
We did not. We paid $20 per person.
Being cheap.
Going and coming was only $40. So we was like, oh, that's great. But we could have paid $80 and just been us. So transparency, if you could do it, just do that. But anyway, we get there, we get to the resort. One thing about resorts too, when it comes to drinks and stuff like that, I don't normally drink, but for this young drunk over here, my wife, I'm just playing, y'all. She don't drink like that either.
That's fucking like somebody who wife is like a raging alcoholic.
So it's in a box of
She
wine.
scares me. You got scared I was gonna slap you.
Yeah,
Go ahead. I don't
alcoholic
drink like
rage.
that. That's what somebody do drink. I don't drink like that.
But
That's alcohol.
but anyway, they when we got there, you know, rum is the drink of choice. It's like the drink of Jamaica. So we try to get a rum punch and we try to get a Mai Tai. Rum punch, straight alcohol, this much, whatever
Punch.
drink, whatever punch. So she couldn't even drink that at all. The Mai Tai, this much alcohol and this much drink, but she was able to drink that.
But I had to like add the other.
She had to mix. She had to cut it, man. Cut that dope.
Yeah,
it was too
and
raw.
Even it was too, and then I let it get watered down. It was too much.
It's just a matter of, you know, when you get there in all inclusives, if you don't eat certain things, if you don't drink certain things, if you like specialty drinks, but if you take shots and stuff, they just have Hennessy or whatever, Don Julio, whatever famous drinks. I don't really know, but it seemed like everybody was getting Hennessy's or clear, you know, from the part. A lot of people from New York there. So you have to find your drink. She likes sweet drinks, so you have to find your drink. So we would ask for a sweet drink, and they gave us this pink drink. And, you know, everybody in Jamaica, they try to, you know, be cool and say it different. Like, oh, no, man, we make it special for you. Like, but everybody else at the bar was saying, oh, they want whatever the drink was called. Mm-hmm. So we was taking those down. I even partook. I said, hey, I'm a grown man. I'm in control of myself. I'm not going to turn into a raging alcoholic. Let me go ahead and enjoy myself, enjoy my 35-year-old grown man life. So I had me that sweet drink to whisk it in, and then I had strawberry daiquiris, and we also tried something called a Bob Marley. I might put that in the video. I'm not sure. I'm not great at this. Yeah, I'm still learning. I'm independent. But so we did that. So we just had a dinner, and while we was at dinner, they were performing, they was dancing and having a good time, and we ate dinner outside. The island breeze is nothing like it. If you've been on the islands at night or whenever, it's just like, it's not hot, but it's not cold. It's just perfect. Where you don't really need a jacket, but if you did have a hoodie or something on, it's not bad either. So the island breeze, we always loved that. They had, you know, if you love Jamaican food, they had oxtails, they had roti, they had jerk chicken, jerk shrimp, everything every day. They had patties, curry goat, lamb. I think it's called escovitch fish. Yeah. I love that now. You know, I'm a baby. I grew up, my dad was allergic to seafood. My mom didn't really eat seafood, so I didn't really mess with it either. And then when I did, I only eat shrimp.
That's how you act like you was deprived as a child.
I was, man. So like stuff with bones, I really didn't mess with it. So the escovitch fish, though, when I got there, they had a pool of grease, and they were cooking these fresh fish in it. So I had to partake. It was beautiful. But that was like our first night. And then we went to the club. The club is open from, after the outdoor stuff is done, the club is open from 10 to 1. So we went to the club, and they was in there turning up. It wasn't too many people, but they had a dance instructor, and then they had somebody, just a family, and you know, they had Stella. She was trying to get her groove back. She kept showing up everywhere in like her bathing suit outfit, because it was like her bathing suit was on, and then it was like a pullover over it. So it's like I'm kind of naked, but I got clothes on if kids is around. So she was there dancing. There was a couple dudes there living their best life. They was dancing, and it was one girl that kept doing TikToks, and I kept telling my lovely wife here, this girl's like 15. Number one, she had the shirt rolled up like this. You know, girls used to do that in high school. True. And then every song that came on became a TikTok.
I think she really was a child.
No, she might have been 14 or 13. Like, you never know.
Okay,
like,
she was, look.
Okay. So, and also,
she might have been 18.
So what do you think about the drunk white people just there having a good time in the back?
Oh, the older couple?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they were a good time, having a great time.
My favorite.
Didn't know where they was at, what was going on.
They've been drinking all day, because literally you wake up, you
They've been
drink,
drinking their whole life.
You have a good time, man. You enjoy. So we did that. What else can you say from the first night for yourself? That was pretty much it. Like eating dinner and then a club.
that was all we had time to do because we didn't get there till midnight when Southwest decided to drop us off.
Yeah, we didn't.
So I think that was pretty much it, right?
So going into the next day, basically, we went and we just wanted to spend the day out. We just stayed Wednesday through Saturday. We got there at pretty much midnight. Seriously though, we got there like 7:30. We were supposed to get there at like 5:30 on Wednesday, and we left at 12 p.m. on Saturday. So when we got up Thursday, we was like, all right, we're just gonna check out the resort in the daytime. It was beautiful. It was amazing. Hopefully you see the videos. I'm not that great at this or not. And we just spent the day at the beach, and we got to kayaking. And this is what I want to bring home to y'all. Don't
kayak with somebody who doesn't know their right from their left.
If you want to test your relationship,
don't pressure somebody into kayaking when you know they don't know how to swim.
Okay, first of all, let me rewind. Then we'll fast forward again. What is the stereotype that happens to me every single time we go to any island? I don't. In the comments,
it's not island. It's here too.
In the comments, anywhere, anything. If y'all see something that I don't know, please let me know on this topic. Every time we go anywhere, but specifically, when we went to the Bahamas one time, a dude got mad at me one time. Like, literally, like, I'm trying to be good and you trying to smoke weed, and I didn't say one word. So what happens, like, every time we go anywhere? Please explain.
Do you smoke weed? Do you guys smoke weed? That's what he said. But that happens here. You remember we was at the gas station, you was pumping.
And like somebody was fighting or something.
Somebody, like it was.
Yo, that's crazy. You smoke?
Yeah, the dude walked by, like I feel like he was rapping, and then he said, like, "Oh, you smoke something or something." He said.
No, they were like fighting or something. He was like, "Huh, you smoke?" Like random out of nowhere. But anyway, we get there. One dude, "Hey, how you doing? You enjoy Jamaica?" It seemed like further away where it ain't as much workers. They little operation, they sell you weed. Like when you go there, cause we went and they both are lifeguards. So we
we shouldn't have fucking got on that.
Y'all anyway. Just come on back now.
He wasn't gonna come and get us.
Yeah, so we get out there. We like to stay further away from people, catch our own little vibe. So we go to the far off part, and then the first dude is like, "Hey man, you joining Jamaica?" Little small talk for the transaction. You smoke weed? No. Yeah, man, I'm in Jamaica. We smoke a lot of weed, the best weed, all that. You know, you let me know. I was like, oh no, I'm okay. So we're like, okay, that's cool. So we head over to the kayak. Right before we get on the kayak, yeah, man, what's going on? And then a lot of people did tell me this too. Is it respect? You know, everywhere we went, they put their hand over their heart and they say respect. Like everybody greets you like that. But were they saying respect or they were saying something else every time they looked at you and then looked at me? Because they was like, God damn. They was looking at you like, hey, she's kind of bad, man. But what were they saying? Were they saying respect or they said something else?
I don't know. The ladies did that too.
No, but when we walked in the hallway or something, the dudes was kind of looking at you and looking at me and saying like something. But I forgot what they were saying.
I think it was respect.
Yeah, but they clearly looked.
Or bless up, some of them.
Yeah.
But I think it could have just been.
It was a vibe, but it definitely was like looking like, whoa. Like, okay, hey, how you doing? You don't have my little lady in a bathing suit. She looked beautiful. But anyway, the kayak story. Can we get to it? What is your version? You tell your version of the kayak story.
I didn't really want to do it. And you kept like, are you sure you want to do it? I'll do it by myself. That would have been worse for me to watch you out there struggle.
Because I know how to swim.
I don't even know if you can go by yourself.
You can paddleboard on your own.
Yeah, but you can't really swim that good either, bro. Like, I mean, you suck at surf, but like, you're just going to stand up on a board. And it was so like windy and wavy out there. Your ass was
if you know the seas and stuff, or you've been at the beach, they have the little flags. Yellow, red.
This one was purple. Red, so we didn't have no business.
It was the worst day for wind. We asked, can we ride the beach bike? He said no because it's windy, but you could get on this kayak. Smart idea for us to keep
He was
going.
high, and that was stupid.
Yeah.
Like, even he was giving us like little tips. Like, while he was pushing us out there, he was like, all right, you're going to paddle together, have fun, something, then pushed us out there. And then we're trying to, like, go together. He's behind me, telling me to go right. And then when I go right, he's like, no, left. My right. I'm like, bro, it's my right and your right.
So in my brain, I'm like, we got to go right. So we need to paddle left. But it didn't come out right.
No.
So
and I just started panicking because I'm like, this shit looks deep. It feels deep. We're headed straight for like the big ass wave. I'm like, it's gonna get dark. We're gonna be out here. We're gonna get.
What was her name? Rose on Titanic.
Not Rose. Yeah.
We was headed to go see Rose. Whatever his name.
I was so scared. I was panicked. And I'm not a panic person, but I fully and I'm not a crier either. And I fully was like, I want to go back, and I felt like I was gonna cry.
Literally, all I seen was the waves hitting like this.
And we had saw the day before. That's what I thought we sat at the beach the day before or earlier.
We didn't see
earlier that
in the day. We waited before we kayaked.
And people was all the way far out where we were headed to.
No.
And they were going through.
So literally, we kept going left. And then when I was like, we need to be going right, because I just wanted to go like this. I just wanted to go lateral. Because I'm like, I know she can't swim, and I'm not the weirdo, force you to do something you don't want to do. I kept telling her, are you sure you want to do it?
No, I want to be, adventurous.
And I really thank you for that support. But I don't want you to die in the process of being adventurous.
But I wouldn't want to watch you die.
So
then I'm gonna jump in after you, like I know how to swim, and then we both are dead. That would be
anyway, so we tried to go to one lateral. It did not work. We went all the way to the left. We was trying to go to the right. They have little buoys for where people swim at. We all the way on that side. Then when we tried to move around, all we did was move straight, going towards the wave.
The hurricane.
And then I see her panic. And I'm like, oh snap! What can I do? I'm like, all right.
So maybe you panicked as well.
Maybe I said maybe we need to get a counting method. It's okay. Let's figure it out. And then as I'm saying 1, 2, 3, we're gonna go to the left and we're gonna figure it out. As I'm doing that, and she just sat there like this, and I could just tell from her back that she is fully panicking, freaking out. So I'm like, all right, let's just do 1, 2, 3. Let's calm down. Let's figure it out. As I was doing that and try to paddle on my own, I hit her in the head with the paddle real quick. So it was kind of wake the fuck up.
You didn't know on purpose?
No, but I should have, because it was
you should have hit your own fucking self.
It was kind of pow, wake up. We gotta figure this out.
This shit is wild.
And then we just headed towards it, but she was like, "No, I'm going the wrong way." And then she just stopped, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm trying to paddle myself, and then by the blessings of God Almighty above, and then she said her mom was gonna be mad. We came back and told her the story today. Her mom was mad. So I'm in trouble now. Thanks a lot. Trying to make a little YouTube channel. I got in trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did that. When we did the 1, 2, 3, we kind of somehow got on the right thing. And then after a while, we was in where people supposed to swim, where we were not supposed to be at, but it headed us towards land. So we made it. So the moral of the story is, don't go kayaking with somebody that's scared, or if you can't swim.
Don't go kayaking at all because it's scary. You in that little boat, your legs are up here. You're supposed to you feel like you're about to fall out of it anyway. I did. I felt like it was gonna tip over at any moment. Okay. And that's why I couldn't paddle because I'm trying to stand still. But he said when you go this way, when you row, you're supposed to lean this way.
I didn't pay attention.
You didn't even hear him say that.
I did not.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so I'm leaning this way, but going that's too much. And he told us all this while he was pushing us out there. No,
yeah, he was high as fuck, so he didn't really care.
He would have never came out there to get us.
And that is the kayak story. I have to start this song. We've healed past that, and we're in a better place as a couple.
No, we're not.
What else we have to get to? It didn't make sense until you said it, that in New York, they have the West Indian Day Parade, the Labor Day Parade. But when you think about it, duh. I'm so dumb, too, that I literally, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I was like, They call them Native Americans.
But don't do that.
Oh shit! I get it now. So just like that aha moment.
Why? How did you not get that?
I just thought like, oh,
here.
like people. I don't want to say that word, but you know, they were saying people that are like that. What they call them, you know, indigenous people is the proper term. But when they said Native Americans, I was like, oh. So I felt really dumb, and I had a blind moment. But this is my blind moment of like, when we were there, we seen a lot of people, and they seemed like they were like just straight Indian people, maybe from Pakistan or wherever, somewhere over in India. And what it was is that they were probably from Jamaica or some part close to Jamaica, because it was a wedding, and the way they do it, which was awesome for people having like destination weddings. They had a 3-day party leading up to their wedding, and they party. Hopefully I can get a little video in there from the club of this dude that looked like a straight doctor in there with a pool stick, guaying away snow on a lady, and he was having a great time. But what happened when we went to the club that day after they had their party and they came to the club?
What do you mean? What happened?
We was in the club, and then how many people came in there that was West Indian?
Oh, it was like 1 million of them.
And
they came in dancing, singing all the songs. Like, I mean, it was kind of amazing to see.
Yeah, it was like
crazy.
a vibe.
You don't think about that. And I mean, it sounds ignorant, though, to be like people who look this way or they're supposed to talk this way and they don't. It's kind of... Another
thing about a passport, it shows you things that you
wouldn't know.
You're not used to that.
I know that, but like, I've never seen it.
And then you said that while we was in the club, you said, well, they're probably West Indian. And it was like,
yeah.
Duh.
But I mean, anybody can make their home anywhere. Like,
right.
They probably, those people probably had a granddad who was from India and came over to Jamaica, made his life, and now everybody, I mean, they are Jamaican.
And they were in there partying and having a good time and just knew every song. And it's like when they put on certain American songs, they was like,
wasn't feeling it. Yeah.
I don't really know that, but every other song they was in there partying.
Yeah, it was nice to see. We stayed in there for a while, just like watching
and observing them, and they just like, and then they got together and they danced and they went together, and then the girls do it and the guys do it, and like
it was amazing.
Grandpa was in there taking shots. It was a crew from New York. Grandpa was in there. He had to be like 70, and he's in there taking crazy shots and leaned over, falling, and they told Grandpa, like, hey, man, we got to take you to the club. And he did the puppy dog.
They had to take him back to the room. Like
They just had him
there. I feel like somebody took him to the room, then he ended up back in there.
He ended up back.
Really
they was giving him shots and throwing shots. Also, we seen, shout out to the Caucasians that gamble their whole life savings away, because we seen a dude, and I told Shan, I said, look, he's going to start gambling and playing with this dude, and he was just having a good time.
How you know they was gambling? They put out some money?
I don't think they were, but they get real competitive, and like they were there all night. She was having a good time. She was lifting up her skirt, dancing with a dude, and then she was like, some dudes came in, there was a pool table in the club, and then that turned into him playing. And it's kind of sad because like the last night she was just by herself. Like, we went to a silent party, which was kind of cool. If you've never been to a silent party, you have headphones, and they might do 3 different stations tops. And you put these headphones on, and everybody can't hear anything because you have headphones on, and you press the different colors. When you see somebody dancing, and some people look off, and they in their own zone, and they press the button, and it turns different colors, and you could dance with people. She was there by herself, and, like, he just wasn't there, so... that probably got weird. But anyway, that night was great in the club. We did the river rafting, We didn't do the pictures. I've noticed that other girls that I've seen going to Jamaica, they all take that picture with the stick. That's like the go-to picture.
I don't think I would have been trying to stand up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not up. I wasn't trying to say. Maybe if I would have sat down real quick trying to be cute. But, like, that was a lot for me. I didn't want to, fall in there either.
Yeah, so we went to Martha Brae. It's, like, the top one. But they also have the scrub one. They do the scrub one on the low though, but y'all y'all don't know that. Mm-hmm. But usually the women go there to get all rubbed on. Somebody told my wife, like, hey, I don't think your husband will like it because they give like a deep upper massage. I've seen where they massaging people's ass on there, and stuff like that. So yeah, it gets.
So we had an old dude. He wasn't gonna be doing all of that.
Yeah,
it was just weird. It was. I don't like that type of.
And they were also selling stuff. It was kind of cool. Like as you go down the river, it was beautiful, and they selling stuff.
It was nice. I wish I would have got a picture on because it would have been a really nice picture, but I would not have stood up.
Yeah.
And I was thinking too, that dude that was rubbing that girl on the one we was on, you supposed to be paddling this shit, and like y'all just sitting here because he was rubbing her real.
Yeah, I think they might stop it for that because I'm like, I don't know how you gonna paddle and do that. So yeah, that was nice, and it just really felt like this is what Jamaica and the vibe is like about, just kind of like chilling out, and everybody is like talking to each other. When we was on there, they seen people driving, they saying what's up, and people selling, and they wasn't like mad if you didn't want to get nothing. It was like, all right, enjoy, have a good time. We bought something from our guy that did our tour. It was a cup that he made. I don't know what he made it out of, but he said that the Rasta people, the Rastamans, they don't believe in plastic. So they make stuff and you can use it like pretty much forever. I would go get it, but my microphones is ghetto, and I feel like you won't listen to me anymore. Yeah. But how did you feel about the river tour?
I thought it was really nice. It was relaxing. They did tell like a little haunted story that on the sign.
I don't read stuff like that because I don't want to freak myself out.
It wasn't that bad. It was just basically like a witch put a spell on these dudes. They tried to trick her into something. She ended up tricking them, and then the river swallowed them up. So it was kind of like
Martha Bray swallowed them up.
Yeah. I don't know if her name was Martha Bray, but who else is Martha Bray?
Oh wow. Yeah. But
I mean, it was
Okay, so now that we're here and everybody might not go to the end. What is the bad thing about Jamaica?
They're late on everything. They don't try to do no special orders because they're going to give you what they want you to have. Like I ordered some nachos one day and I said I didn't want any chicken because I don't eat chicken. And she asked me do you want cheese though? Because I guess she was like, okay, you don't eat chicken, maybe you're vegan, fine. I said I want it. No, she didn't ask me about cheese. She asked me about jalapenos. So I was like, yeah, I still want jalapenos. I just don't want chicken. So I was like, and then I told him to go tell her can you just put beans and corn? Because they had a quesadilla that had beans and corn. So I'm like, just put that on top of the nachos. So she come back with nachos with chili on it.
Because she said something to me like fried beans or ground beans, but obviously I didn't hear it because she was probably saying ground beef. Oh. And I was like...
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know how we got chili. So I had to send that back, and I'm skeptical, but I can't eat chili. I don't think I'll die, but I'm not going to try to eat meat. I haven't eaten in 5 years on vacation and then just be on the toilet the whole time. Yeah. So they're mean, too.
Yeah, it's either...
Some of them, it's no in between. Either you're OD, nice and real.
And that's when they say the food is not good. When you go to a Jamaican spot, they too nice.
True.
So...
Yeah, and most of the women was just mean. You're just mean. And I knew that because they live here and they're mean too most of the time.
Yeah, but some of them were real nice, but either... And then, like I said, every time you go somewhere, they greet you. They say respect to you. And then... But, I asked for a drink, and then I said, what kind of drink is that? She said, it's right there. Look at it, figure it out yourself. Yeah.
When we first got there, and the lady you was trying to ask her something, and she tapped on the counter.
Yeah, when TSA and everything everywhere, because they know if you touch them, it's a problem. I asked, is, the transportation this way? And, they give you a little passport or, thing.
Matter of fact, she didn't tell you.
She did not tell. I asked her, where's the transportation?
And she tapped on the
She
counter,
tapped the pin, give me your thing.
And
didn't tell me anything. And then, also, when you go back, maybe schedule your pickup time 4 hours in advance. Because when we got to the airport, there was no organization on how to get back. They tried to make a line that went, you never seen dominoes fall and then go in different lines. They wanted to make it like that, but with no like taping or no 2-3 people telling you what to do. So, also the Caucasians love to say something, especially the ones that go on high-priced vacations. They like to tell you what to do because they probably don't live around black people, so they probably feel like they always trying to get over or do this. So they kept trying to tell us the line's back there, the line's back there, and I had to tell someone, don't say nothing to nobody because I'm gonna act up if you act up.
She was talking to me.
And so I was like, just don't like.
So she was talking to me. I wasn't talking to her.
And I was like, she was like, hey, don't tell me. I know where I'm going. And I was like, oh,
I
shit.
did not say that.
Backstory quickly.
You're a liar. She said the line's all the way back there. She was the second person. So I said, thank you. I don't need you to fucking tell me anything. No. Like, and you got mad at me. And I'm like, why? Because
I'm just trying to get home and I'm not trying to start nothing. But
that's fine. But like, she didn't need to tell me nothing because we were walking to the back.
Literally, they had no organization at all. Like they said, they late on everything. They made me wait in line. If you're a junior, your passport thing is not going to slide. They said that was it. So that wasted 45 minutes because another travel hack, never check your bags. Just bring what you know you're going to wear. I know you want to wear a million outfits. You bought outfits. Bring what you really want to wear so you could grab your stuff and go. Because some people's bag is going to get lost. Yeah. Lost. Or it's just going to take a long time and it's taken away from your vacation. You want to have time. You want to just enjoy yourself. So that happened. Then when we get up there to the TSA, the metal detectors, after, I don't know, maybe 2 hours worth of doing nothing, and we got there 3 hours early, and then we like right on time for our flight, but we're on Southwest, so you're not on time for your flight. You're early because the flight is late. So when we got up there, they ain't really telling you nothing when you checking in your bags, nothing like that. And I mean, so the one thing we can say, as most of you might know, if you're from up north or dealt with some Jamaican people, like, they can be very rude or they can be very nice, and it seems like they're late on a lot of stuff. Even when we get picked up for trips, like, oh, I'm sorry, a little bit late. It's like, it's a lot of bit late, a little bit, but Yeah. But other than that, man, we really enjoyed ourselves. We had a good time, and I mean, always find a discount for us. We did something with Southwest where you get a companion pass. If you got the companion pass, we found out today that it works from January to March. If you buy one ticket, you can add your companion. This is my beautiful companion. So you can do that right now from January to March. If you buy something, if you're a rewards member and you buy something on Southwest right now, get them flights in. This is a hack from watching this is recorded. Buy one flight, you can add your companion. Go ahead and do it. Figure it out. Hit me in the DMs, YouTube, whatever. I'll help you. But just find a discount and enjoy your life, because like, I don't like to harp on it, but it's just real. Like, I had to be told that it was a tragedy in California. 10 people were killed. It's a crazy world right now. So you just want to live your life and you want to do everything because you don't know when that last moment is. I hate saying it, but it's like I got to drive it home because it's a lot of people spending their life and their time worrying about somebody who don't care about them, things that don't matter as far as material things, or just, mentally draining themselves because they kind of beating themselves up. You can't do that. You got to go. You got to live. You got to love. You got to laugh. I'm sure that is a tattoo somebody got. But really and truly, you got to enjoy this life. We getting ready to enjoy this life. We ain't stopping now. I got an extra day off. It's a new dart place in Atlanta that's like Top Golf, if you know what it is. I'm terrible at darts. I'll let you know how it goes in the next podcast. But we're going to enjoy. We're going to have a good time. I thank you for watching this recorded. I hope to show y'all more trips. And these trips is to motivate people to get out, man. Like, I know you get tired of seeing things or hearing somebody did this or you missed out on that. Go do it now. Enjoy your life. Any last words about Jamaica?
It was just amazing, and I want to go back. I want to stay longer. I felt like, it felt like we was there for a long time, but I feel like we had like a full day left in us.
We had a full day left. It gave us like Aruba is a place that we didn't know was gonna be like that, and we're like, man, it just felt like so much peace and like at home. And I think anywhere that has like that beach vibe and that island vibe is just and like peace,
We
man.
beach people.
Yeah, the joy.
I feel like that's the only thing about here. It's like if there was a beach here, I feel like
Atlanta would be top 2, and it's not 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the islands, man. It's just, and I think a lot of people in the islands, you know, I've seen Lil Duval say like they just kind of live life because they so used to getting hurricanes and stuff too that like, I mean, their whole house could be wiped away because, you know, most of them, you know, some of them is not made of nothing much anyway. Mm-hmm. So if a big hurricane or whatever come through, wipe it away, they can't get attached to these things that we buy, these clothes, these shoes, these cars. It could be wiped away in a second. You know, I heard somebody say even the Egyptians tried to take stuff with them when they left and they stole that. So, like, live your life so you have the memories and you create memories with other people. Mm-hmm. That's very important to do. Yeah. We're going to go create some more memories. I'm going to go beat her in darts. I was practicing in the garage.
He is not going to beat anybody in darts.
I speak into existence, you find the discount, man. The discount on anything.
Oh, Lord, please.
I speak into existence, you find a discount, man, on anything, on little things. Like, you find it and you find a way. And even if you don't, you find a way to live your life and enjoy it. I speak into existence, you find a discount on life. Because it's complicated until you cut out the bullshit. That's where the discount comes in.
Oh, okay.
Come on! Come on, man. You feel me?
Ugly.
That shit was, you know, I had that bar sitting.
That was off the top of the dome?
I had it sitting in the tuck, you dig? But,
you wrote that?
I wrote that, man. I said, it's shooting night. She said, what's good?
Oh, my God.
But anyway, man, I hope you guys bless up. Big up the Island Massive. And I thank you for watching. This is Recorded Podcast. You understand?
Oh, my God.
Was it bad?
That was bad. Don't do that again.
And this is Recorded. Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Something amazing about the water. You get lost in it. Remember, this life is always what you make it. Let it be smooth and calm like the beach. Let it flow, man. It has its ups and downs. It has its waves. And only you can live a life that determines how your sunset will be, right? Peace and blessings.
Trade the future.